In this video, we shall look at critical thinking in 7 steps approach in problem solving, which is one of my problem solving video series. You can check out the other videos in the problem solving series in this channel. Almost every day of our lives, we are filled with some kind of problem to solve. And through problem solving, we grow our capabilities. Most of the problem can be solved through thinking critically, step by steps, to discover a solution for the problem. There might be many definitions of critical thinking, varying by field or industries. However, the common interpretation by all is approach of analyzing a topic or a situation in order to solve a problem. Each problem itself provides an opportunity to learn, to grow, and often to improve the process or situation. So in critical thinking, there are usually divided in 7 steps, which starts from identify problem, diagnose the problem, identify and evaluate alternatives, choose your strategy, implement the action plan or strategy, and verify the action plan that has implemented or monitor the progress, and finally evaluate the results to check if there's any further improvement to be made. We shall go through the steps one by one in the next consecutive slides. Let's start with identifying the problem. So in order to resolve a problem, we must understand that the problem exists, that is deviated from the norm, and a problem statement has to be established. So does it impact certain measurable metrics? For example, yield rate or the key parameters metrics. So this is how a problem is identified. In the second steps, we shall look at the diagnosis of the problem to derive to the root cause. So sometimes we will ask ourselves, is this a repeated problem, that are we only putting up fire, and instead of really addressing the problem to the root cause? Because sometimes we might only address the symptoms of a deeper problem. So we have to go through maybe some kind of problem solving tools or some kind of root cause analysis tools such as 5 whys or even cause and effect diagram to really identify all the potential root cause. So next is that once we have identified the root cause, we have to identify what are the potential alternative or action plans that could solve the problems. So it could mean that if there's a lot of action plans, that means we have to list out everything, and also it should go through maybe a brainstorming session, and once we come up with the list of the options, every option has to be evaluated to check whether it is something that can be done realistically and what is the impact of the potential outcome, because we do not want to implement an action plan that solve a problem but create another problem. So the next step, steps 4, is that after we evaluated all the potential alternatives or action plan, we will need to select the best alternative or the best action plan and then create a real action plan list with implementation date to get the action executed properly. And then step 5 will be the actual implementation of the action plan. So consider again that the 5 W's and 1 H to really look at the action plan itself. So here we will monitor the progress of the implementation of the action plan and verify the checkpoint, set up the checkpoints to follow up on the progress and the implementations, and finally verify is the problem really been solved. Measure the important metrics again compared to the original metrics where the problem could happen. It could be a spike like this, and then has the spike already eliminated over a period of time. So this is very important. And the last step is that evaluate the results again to have a quick assessment that whether the implemented solution can provide an invaluable information and what kind of learning that we can get from this problem to help in the better future problem solving. So this sounds very familiar, right? Because this is what normally is, the steps are normally what is used in quality problem solving, the 8Ds or the 8 disciplines that was established by the automobile industries, I think many years ago, which has adopted across many industries. So the first one is always start with characterizing the problem or describing or understanding the problem. And in quality problem solving, because this problem involves some physical parts or physical inventory, therefore a containment plan needs to be added in, a temporary fix maybe to look at the current inventory that is there, potential actions that can be done such as screening or rework on the current inventory. And then next is that it can occur concurrently to look at the root cause analysis and eliminate the root cause itself, have action plan to eliminate the root cause, and finally verify action plan, implement a permanent fix and stop it from happening again. And lastly is congratulate the team on the closure itself. So no matter what discipline, 5C, 8D or 7 steps, they all follow the same type of steps where you have to identify the problem, contain root cause analysis, corrective actions to address the problem, and finally verify the effectiveness. Let's look at a simple case of a problem that keeps repeating. So in this example, one of the components in a printed circuit board assembly keeps having damage even after an action plan has been implemented. And the action plan is actually to retrain operator because the team thinks that, or the engineer thinks that the operator is the one that caused the problem. But actually this is just addressing the problem on the surface and there's not sufficient root cause analysis being done. By right, in this situation, you should go back again to step 2 of diagnosing the problem. I will have future videos which touches or look at more details on the tools that is used for root cause analysis. So as you implemented the problem solving skills that you have learned, you will find that you can think more critically in solving problems that are both big and small, and you will enjoy the process as well. So good luck to you.
Do give me a thumbs up if you like and have benefited from today's video, which is especially prepared for you to hack into the key areas to achieve good results. Please do subscribe to this channel to get notified on the future video, and appreciate if you can leave a comment on what you would like to learn. I would also appreciate if you can share this channel with all your friends. Thank you, and see you in my next lesson. Bye!